Today, we're making a classic Shavuot cheesecake and discovering the meaning behind this holiday and its unique dairy tradition. Hi, everybody. It's Rivka and Chef David.
Hi, hello, everybody.
And we are in the LEV HAOLAM kitchen. We're so happy to be with you today. We are making an amazing recipe for Shavuot, one of the most beautiful, meaningful Jewish holidays. And David, this is a nice, simple, delicious cheesecake, right?
Yes, very simple, easy, and the classic for the Shavuot. It's like on every table on this celebration.
I can't wait. And we don't need an oven for this. It's going to be a no-bake cheesecake, right?
Yes, just the fridge, cheese.
I like it. This is my kind, you know me. This is my kind of recipe.
For this cheesecake, we need, of course, cream cheese, sugar powder, sour cream, heavy cream, vanilla extract, lemon, melted butter, and cookies, especially cookies from Ogia, from LEV HAOLAM box.
These cookies, by the way, they're amazing. They are the sweetest couple. She actually started her business. She was just making cookies in the kitchen for her family. Try one of these, David. They're so good. And everybody loved the cookies so much that now it's a full family business. Her husband, her brother, like everyone. And they're just the sweetest, kindest, most wonderful people. So I'm so happy we're using their cookies.
The cinnamon, yeah?
Yeah, there's cinnamon, a little bit of ginger. So divine. If you don't have Ogia cookies, you could get a subscription, and then you will. But you can also use like graham crackers or something like that, right?
For sure. Every cookie you like, you can ground it and use.
All right, let's jump in and get started. Don't forget, subscribe to our channel.
So let's start. We will use a spring form for the baking. It's very good to form our cheesecake. And first we will prepare the base. It's like a crust. No need to bake. We have here crushed cookies already. And we just need to add melted butter inside.
Yum.
And mix it good all together. I start with a spoon.
I can smell the cinnamon. It's nice.
It's help it to make it sticky and like to be like a real dough.
And my friends, something I will share with you, you're going to want to stay with us because we are going to sit down with the LEV HAOLAM Rabbi Netanel, and he's going to share with us also some of the reasons why do we eat cheesecake on Shavuot. So David's going to elevate our cooking in the kitchen, and Rabbi Netanel is going to elevate our spirituality for the holiday. It's the perfect combination.
Yes.
Let's talk about Shavuot. What does Shavuot actually mean? What is the meaning of this holiday?
The meaning of the holiday is very simple. It's the meaning of the word, we'll start with that, is Shavuot, weeks. We count those 7 weeks from Passover and until we received the Luchot HaBrit, the tablets. When you think of the book, what are the letters? Many people are going to say the ink that's on the piece of paper. The other way of looking at it is it's not the ink on the piece of paper. It's the paper that's left around the ink. It's what's in between. And that's the gift that we got. It's also the Torah shebichtav, what is written, but also Baal Peh, the oral Torah, and what you pass on, and how it gets delivered, and how it meets reality. It's the promise of bringing God's words to the world and making the world a better place and making it more in His image. As people, no offense, we tend to mess up. We're human beings, and sometimes we mess up reality. So our intentions, I hope, are right. And our promise is to keep that intention, but not just as an intention, but as an action, because we're celebrating God giving.
So now we see our cookies and butter combined good together, and we start to build like a base for the cheesecake. So we just put it on down.
And I guess depending on the size of your pan, you can adjust how thick or how thin or
You can put everything.
your flavor that you like.
So we can put everything here, and we just need to like push and press it good that it will hold the form of our cheesecake. It will be like a base. But we just split it like more or less equal, and we need to push like really good that it will be hard. You know, by then.
I see you really pushing it to the edges. And then, David, do you have to line the springform pan or spray it or anything like this? It's just
it's full of butter, so it's
so that'll do it.
Yeah, it's not gonna stick. We can just like here a little bit.
I really like a recipe. Anything that you say it's full of butter, I'm in.
I see it's more or less formed. When you see it's not soft parts.
Right.
I think it's good, and we can start to prepare our cream.
So David, we've got the crust ready, and you said we're going to jump in and make the filling. But before we get into making the filling, I thought it would be fun if we go over to Rabbi Netanel and he can talk to us a little bit about why we actually eat so much dairy food at Shavuot, and especially cheesecake.
Sure.
All right, let's go talk to the rabbi. So now I have another question about food, because you mentioned eating on this holiday. Why do we eat dairy food in specific? Because I know we're getting ready to make cheesecake in the kitchen.
And hopefully we have a joke that only if you count all those days of Sfirat Omer, a certain commandment, mitzvah that we have between Passover and Shavuot, you get the cheesecake. I have a feeling you'll anyways get the cheesecake. But it's a very good question. It's a tradition. It's not a commandment. Let's start with that. Traditions are important, but they don't come before commandments. And when I mentioned the food, actually one of the things they learned is that on Shavuot, you're supposed to eat wine and you're supposed to drink wine and eat meat, which is great. So where did the milk come in? Because milk and dairy don't work together in Judaism. So first of all, if you're up all night, whether you keep 3 hours or 6 hours between meat and dairy, eventually you'll be able to have that cup of coffee in the middle of the night, together with a piece of cheesecake. So the whole tradition came, in my eyes, from two perspectives. When I say my eyes, it's the way I interpret what our sages have taught us. One of them is our land was blessed. Eretz zavat chalav udvash. The resemblance between our land and milk. And part of the Torah is, as I said before, isn't just about spirituality and something that's disconnected. It's something that's connected and rooted in reality. So when I have something that's dairy, it's reminding myself what resembles the land, but also the Torah, because Torah is also its resemblance is milk. So I'm bringing those two things together. The other thing I like about it is that when you think of milk, you think of an infant. It's something primal, something that we know. Same thing with Torah. There's this midrash, there's this teaching that any infant, any child, an embryo in the womb, there's an angel that comes and teaches it the Torah. Now, then the simple question is, why don't we remember it? Because he knocks us out before, because it's for us to remember, we know it. We're reteaching ourselves what we know, but on a higher level. So for me, it's bringing us back to that primal moment and reminding us it's not something that's new. It's not something that could be afar. It might be difficult at times to understand, to learn, to comprehend the words, but it's there. And it helps us, I think, with our self-esteem to understand that it's not something that's detached from us. It's part of us. And even if right now there's a difficulty and we don't understand everything, and I got news, no matter which rabbi, we do not understand everything. But we try to. Because what we're trying to do is listen to God, speak to Him, but that motion creates something in this world. And that's what we're trying to do.
Wow. I'm not going to look at the cheesecake the same way this year.
Why? It's still tasty.
It's going to be tasty, but it's going to be so much more meaningful to me. I love that connection.
Okay, so let's start to make our filling, our cream.
All right.
We have here a bowl with cream cheese. We will add our sugar powder.
Okay.
In everything.
Nice.
Yeah. We have here also the sour cream.
Okay.
And also inside. Let's put also a little bit vanilla extract.
This is always my favorite moment. The scent is so lovely.
Like this. Now we put a special twist. We put lemon zest, also from the lemon, not too much. And you don't want to use the white part, only yellow part, because white part give you bitter. So always twist your lemon just to take the yellow part.
That is good to know. Thank you. It looks pretty too. Wow, the smell. I wish we could put an Israeli lemon into the box. There's just something about Israeli citrus fruit that is just absolutely unbelievable. That smells good.
Yeah, smell is amazing. It's like 1 teaspoon is enough, just to give the flavor.
Super.
Yeah. And we need just 1 teaspoon also of the lemon juice.
Okay.
Put inside, not too much. We don't want it too sour, but also a little bit.
I guess that balance between the powdered sugar and the lemon just really creates a nice combination.
So we have a mixer and just we need to mix everything well together. So we don't need to mix it too long, just to combine everything together, that it will be like one.
It looks delicious.
Yeah. And now let's work with our heavy cream also.
Perfect.
So last part, we have our heavy cream. We need to whisk it, that it will be like creamy. So we see our heavy cream is whipped good, it's thick.
Makes the nice peaks that stay standing.
Nice peaks, and now we just carefully put it inside.
Nice. I bet this gives it a very creamy kind of taste.
Creamy, airy, make
Beautiful.
it more like more air.
Nice.
Actually, what is make heavy cream like this? We put air inside, so it's like catch it.
Yeah.
It became fluffy, and we
Nice.
already not use the mixer,
Right.
but carefully combine it with a spoon to make it creamy, more creamy.
David, I'm hypnotized. It looks gorgeous. It really looks fabulous. There are so many different types of cheesecake recipes. It's nice to have a nice, simple, easy one. And this really is like anybody can make this cheesecake. And I'd love it if you share in the comments your favorite cheesecake tips and ideas that we can learn from you also.
Yes, and you see it's smooth now,
Yeah.
creamy, silky. You can
Wow.
This is what we want. And when everything is mixed, we can add it to our base,
Oh, that's
to our
nice.
crust. So let's make it.
Yeah.
Just put everything inside.
Oh, that looks great.
Yeah.
I will say there's a very important part of baking. And that's just checking on the situation as you're moving. And I'm here to tell you, wow.
Good.
Yeah, it tastes amazing. I just have to double check just to be extra sure. I'm doing this for you.
You feel the lemon,
Yeah.
feel the vanilla.
Yeah. The lemon definitely gives a little pop.
So our cheesecake is ready. As you see, we put the cream and equally everywhere, and now it's ready to go to the fridge. It needs to sit from 4 to 6 hours. Even you can put it on over all night, and even if you want to eat it after, you can put it in the freezer and freeze it and just cut it when you want.
So, David and our LEV HAOLAM community, did you know that cheesecake is over 2,000 years old?
Really? Yeah. I didn't know that.
It's kind of amazing. It actually dates back to the ancient Greek Empire. The Greeks developed a cheesecake recipe, right? And they served it to the athletes during the Olympic Games in the games of 770 1976, before the Common Era. This was what they served the athletes to eat, so that it would give them stamina and energy and power, and they would be able to compete. So it's basically health food, is what I'm saying. But after that, the Roman Empire took this recipe and they brought it back to Rome. And then from there, it spread really throughout the Roman Empire. And then from there around the world. And this is the nice thing about recipes, is they sort of evolve and get passed from culture to culture. I don't know if you've ever had New York style cheesecake, but wow, that is good cheesecake. And then now here the cheesecake has made its way to us, to Israel. Yeah.
Thank you for telling this. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's cool, right? And I like that when we cook, David, that we can use, cookies that come from our different producers, because the thing with LEV HAOLAM is, like, not only are we happy to share cool recipes with you from the Holy Land, but it's part of who we are and what we do. Our goal, our mission every single day is to connect you to Israel and also to support small family businesses here. David and I always have a chance to meet the different artisans, artists, farmers that we work with, and it's so rewarding just to see what a difference it makes for them to participate in LEV HAOLAM surprise boxes. And I always say it's in your merit. It's because of our incredible community who love Israel and just are excited to support Israel in a sustainable way every single day, all year long. And at the same time, how fun it is, like, to be able to use cookies that were made in Yavne by, a real Israeli family, or to start your morning with coffee that's roasted in the Ella Valley. I mean, eat dates from the Jordan Valley. So if you've ever thought about supporting Israel this way, David and I are inviting you, right?
For sure.
Please just join us. You can check out the link to learn a little bit more about LEV HAOLAM. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. But we would be so excited to welcome you to the LEV HAOLAM family. And of course, the July box, you don't want to miss it, because it is a must-have box for foodies and people that love getting into the kitchen, right?
Yes.
I said we won't say what is in there, but it's like you got to have it.
So, okay. After some time in the fridge, our beautiful cheesecake is ready to taste.
Amazing. This is the good part.
So we out our cheesecake. We need to open this tray.
Amazing. I'll take that for you, David.
And you see, it's sit perfectly. You can put on top whatever you want, or chocolate, or cacao, fresh fruits, or fresh berries. We will use jam today from one of our suppliers, berry jam.
Okay.
And let's try.
Amazing. I'm excited.
Let's cut it now.
Wow, David, it looks so creamy and fluffy and good. Very good.
So we cut our cheesecake.
Okay.
And now put on top our jam.
Oh, that looks great.
This also for you.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
David, this looks amazing.
I told you.
You did tell me. And now, the moment of truth, David.
Let's try.
I'm ready. Tavon.
Tavon.
Wow. It's terrible. It's just awful.
It's creamy, not too sweet. You can feel the lemon
I
zest.
can really tell the lemon. And you know what? I've never done it with a jam on top, but it's
really?
good. It adds just like a little extra bit of flavor.
Yeah, it's classic.
David, seriously, this is fantastic. You guys, you have to make this recipe. It is so good. Like,
so
really
easy.
so good.
So easy, so fast.
Unbelievable. And you know what? This is perfect. When you're getting ready for Chag and you're doing all the cooking and preparing to have something that's nice and quick and easy and delicious, why not? Your family will love it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of other really great recipes with Chef David. So if you like this recipe, I promise there's lots more for you. and check out the link to LEV HAOLAM. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. See you.
Bye.